Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and I have a question for you. Do you struggle with coming up with ideas for content for your business that your audience will consume and eventually want to buy from you? Maybe you want to do a Facebook Live or a blog post or a social media status update. Well, I'm going to share with you in today's video 9 inspiring ways to generate profitable content ideas that your audience is going to love and eventually buy from. Because when you are going to be online, the key to online marketing success is you need to build an audience and engage your audience before you sell to your audience. And when you have the right content that your audience loves, selling becomes natural and effortless because it's part of the natural progression, because people are going to trust your recommendation. So here are 9 ways to get content in front of your audience on a consistent basis. Now, it's really important that you are generating content on a consistent basis, whether it's daily, whether it's a couple times a week, but you need to make sure that your audience remembers you because they have very short attention spans. And right now, the average attention span of a human being is 8 seconds. So with all of this competing attention, you have to make sure that you're creating content and you are staying in your audience's radar. And one of the biggest challenges people have is creating content on a consistent basis. So these 9 ways will help you get ideas quickly. So the first tip is to ask questions. Get interested and involved what's going on, both around you and around the world. What is your audience interested in and talking about? Think about the types of shows they watch, the magazines they read, the books, the influential leaders they follow. So you want to read popular blogs, watch the news, find other news portals that report on the unique, the odd, and the different. How can you use that and create content around that that will really make people want to pay attention to you? All right. Another way you can look at this is look and find out what startups are launching and see what their initial idea is. So if you've got people in your niche who are coming up with different products that your audience would be interested in, like on the show Shark Tank, you can see what their ideas are about, how these ideas started, and that can give you ideas on how to structure content. The key, never stop learning. And the day you stop learning is the day you stop living. And so always be looking at asking questions. Tip number 2, focus on the problems of your market. You want to be able to solve a real problem for people. Pay attention to the problems people face in their daily lives. Talk with others to find out what's bugging them. Check out forums to find questions people are repeatedly asking. Facebook groups where people are not sitting there posting opportunities, but there you will find in some of those groups people are really looking for legitimate answers to a question. Tip number 3, go on a web quest. That means check out Google. You know, Google is your best friend here. Go to websites you usually don't visit on topics you know very little about, but your audience does. Ask yourself how this might help solve a problem for your audience. So for example, if you are looking at targeting weight loss for first-time moms, you could Google search and say, what are books first-time moms are reading? And you can go through there and see what type of books moms are reading. You could do that same search on Amazon and find out what books are popular for moms looking to lose weight. You can get ideas just by looking at those books. Oftentimes, the best ideas are simply the melding of 2 ideas into one new solution, finding the inspiration that could be as easy as surfing the web. So you could combine 2 different things within weight loss for moms that could be very beneficial for an idea. Tip number 4, become a traveler. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to sit there and go on vacation all the time, but think about it. When you are commuting or you are traveling back from vacation, maybe from a live event, okay, you might be thinking about all the experiences that you had when you were at that particular destination, making mental notes of what you need to do, how you could serve your audience when you get back home. You can also do the commute, going to and from work, where if you see things on the highway or you heard something as you were commuting in, maybe it was an idea, maybe it was a thought from a book you're listening to, that you can use that. Always be thinking, how can I use this to best serve my prospects and my audience? Tip number 5, always carry a notebook with you, or make sure you have on your phone an app where you can record, doing one of those audio memos where you can quickly record ideas. I like personally doing the notebook and pen because I love the feeling of writing down ideas. And whenever an idea pops into your head that your audience would really love, and you really feel it, it's like you get that moment of inspiration, like when you're in the shower, immediately write down that new idea. Okay, write down that thought that could be a piece of content you can create. Now here, what you need to do is don't judge, write what comes to mind. Don't sit there and flesh the whole idea out. Just write down the main concept, and then what you can do is you can flesh it out later. Very, very great way to come up with ideas. Tip number 6, mastermind. Having plenty of people you can turn to for ideas can be tremendous help. Maybe you have a group of people within your team, or maybe you get together with a group of people where, I know of my husband, for example, this is not a business related, but he's a first grade teacher, and in his school, a group of teachers, they meet together every Friday morning before the start of school. They meet at either a Starbucks or another coffee house, and they read for about a half an hour. They read a book, and then they discuss it. So this is a way that it really helps get ideas flowing and how they can help serve their students. This is a way that you can also, if you have the ability to network with people on social media and with the digital age, you can really set up wonderful mastermind groups to get ideas. So even you can have these groups of people be as a resource. So if I have a good friend of mine from Australia who's really good at creating videos for Facebook. She's a video marketing expert. I often go to her when I'm stuck on how to do something with a video, and she can show me how to do that. Because why a mastermind? 2 heads are better than 1, and rather than spending so much time on your own finding a solution, you know who you can turn to that can help you, point you in that right direction and give you clarity. Remember what Tony Robbins says. It's not resources that make someone successful. It's resourcefulness. Tip number 7, do something new. Now, what you need to do is if you are getting stuck on coming up with a piece of content, maybe you've got what's called writer's block or a video block, where you just have been racking your brains and you don't know what to talk about. Get involved, engaging in a new activity. And usually what a lot of people recommend, and I found that this works for me too, is I get some exercise. I'll hop on my bike, I'll go for a walk, I'll play with my dogs. Doing something that involves all of the senses. And what that does is it's awakening our mind to making new connections. And with these new connections, it's also relaxing your brain, because when you are doing a different activity that is fun, it is stimulating, your brain releases a hormone that helps you calm down, relax, pay attention better, and you're going to be noticing that the ideas come with ease. And what's also nice too is that sometimes it's just nice to get away from your usual thoughts and focus on something entirely different. And then what happens is when you go back and revisit coming up with content ideas, you're going to feel refreshed and rejuvenated. Tip number 8, practice, practice, practice. What you want to do is get in the habit of writing down, schedule time once a week, coming up with what type of content ideas are you going to be creating, and stick to that schedule. My schedule is every Saturday morning. Right at the crack of dawn, I wake up, I take my shower, and then I plan my content for the week. And I do it, and the key is to do it even if I don't feel like it, because what happens is by continually finding new ideas, specifically focusing on that particular time where you're going to do nothing but content ideas, it's going to exercise your idea muscle, and it's going to earn you a reputation for problem solving and being innovative. And people are going to notice that. And again, the more you practice, the better you get. And finally, tip number 9, focus on making life easier. People love things that simplify their lives. So as you're going through the day, continually ask yourself, what takes up your time? How can you make things faster, easier, or how can you simplify things for the better? What are some strategies that you've learned to do that have been time savers for you that could help your audience? I'll give you an example. I have a side business where I help with diabetics. And one of the things that I've taught diabetics to do as a time saver, instead of rushing out the next day, is, when they're going out to work and trying to get their meals prepped ahead of time, spend time, make your lunches the night before. When you're taking your medications, put it all in a pill box for the week. That way, when it's time for you to, take your medications and you're ready to get out in the morning, everything is prepped the night before, so you don't have to sit there and you forget something. It's a quick grab and go. So that was something that I learned that helped serve my audience, my diabetic audience. So think about things from that perspective. How can I find things that can help serve my audience? Focus on serving and not selling, and you're going to find more people tuning into your content, which will eventually turn into reps and customers for your business. And if you can offer convenience and save them time, you'll likely have a winner. I want to end this video with another example. Have you noticed within the last 20 years, when you go into the grocery store, you see people where they will spend $5.99 or more on bagged lettuce. And when you look at just a standard head of lettuce, you just buy the whole lettuce head, it's like $1.99. Why would people pay almost $6 for a bag of lettuce versus just buying a head of lettuce? Because it's a time saver. All people have to do when they go get a bag of lettuce, they tear it open, put it in a bowl, add the dressing, and boom, they're ready to go. Whereas if they just bought the head of lettuce, they have to sit there, they have to wash it, they have to chop it up, and then they have to put it into the bowl. Because of convenience, people will pay premium if it is a time saver. So that is just the last tip on focus on making life easier for your audience. Now, did you find this video valuable today? If you did, leave a comment and share. And make sure you follow me on Facebook by going to facebook.com/Dr. Lisa Thompson. I create content on almost a daily basis, and I don't want you to miss a thing. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel right from my Facebook page. Just look for the YouTube tab right on the left-hand side of my fan page and click the subscribe button. That way you will never miss any videos I create on my YouTube channel as well. Now finally, how would you like to find done-for-you content ideas tools, training, and mastermind with the best home business owners all under one roof. Let me offer you a solution. I have a free masterclass for you which will show you the framework that the top earners use that gives them the tools, the training, the community, and the support that helps them build their business, and they never run out of content ideas to help serve their audience. To get this free masterclass, go to the link you see on your screen right now. I also have that link in the video description and in the first comments, the pinned comments in the comments section of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.